Hello everyone, welcome to Efficient User. In today's video, we are going to see about ngFor. ngFor is one of the directive available in the Angular to loop through your array of elements and display that value in the UI. So let's get started with the code. For that, we have this UI now. It's not displaying anything. We are just displaying the headers. That's it. We are going to add an array here. Let's name it heroes, and I'm going to have some string values like Superman, Spider-Man, and my favorite, Captain America. So what we are going to do is we'll create a UI representation for this. For that, I'm going to create a div. So inside this div, as attribute, we are going to add ng for directive and a loop through each elements in the array, and we are going to display that value. For that, you need to type ng for. So the syntax will be star ng for equal to, and you will be declaring the values like a let item of list means this list will be our variable name which contains the list of elements in array, and this item will be like iterating part. Each in each iteration it will store the current values. For that I'm going to name it as hero. It's like a user defined name. So whenever it iterated the heroes in the first iteration, it will have Superman. In the second iteration, it will have Spider-Man, and in the next iteration, it will current value of the hero variable which we have declared here will have that current value of the looping string. So we are just going to display the value. For that, we need to put this two braces and type hero, which means on every loop it will show the values. To show the text a little bit bigger, I'm going to add a h3 here, just a HTML element. So we can go back to our UI. So we could able to see Superman, Spider-Man, and Captain America here. So let's go back to our code and see we can declare index also here. So for that we need to declare some local variable and assign the index value to this local variable. So what the index basically means is what is the position of that particular element in the array. So if I display I here, it will show the position of the each array, each element's position in the array. So array start with zero. Basically, programmers always start with zero, right? Array start with zero, and also ngFor also have few more index things. For example, if I instead of index of, if I declare it as first, let's say it's just a local variable, just ignore it. If I declare it as first, it will provide us a boolean value whether particular element is a first element in the array or not. So if I save this, it will save a boolean value to this I, and that boolean value will be displayed here. So you can see Superman is the first element in the array and it's showing true. For remaining elements, it's showing false. So similar way, we have other thing also. If you could able to find out the first element, you could eventually able to find out the last element, which means you need to type last. Now you could able to see the last element returns true and the remaining elements got the values of false. So basically these things are to do a UI representation based on this value. Some other changes will be done. For example, uh, when you are displaying a table, highlight the first element, highlight the last element. That time we don't have to do lots of customization in the code, those kind of things. This index will be helpful in that way. For example, even we have seen the tables highlight the odd elements alone or highlight the event elements alone. We'll be having 100 rows in a table. What we need to do, we need to highlight odd elements alone means that's also possible. Instead of first or last, we have other option like odd. So if it is an odd element, it will show true. So similar way, like if it is a even element, which means even means 0, 2, those kind of things are considered as even. So which is perfectly divisible by 2, I guess. So those values will be returning true. So you just these are the various things we could able to do with ngFor. Based on these values, we could do other DAO manipulation in the UI. So you will just give a try and leave your feedback in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and support the channel.